Hello and welcome back to Gewian Games Plays Mass Effect Andromeda. Last time we had a bunch of conversation with Ton and Kesh, two of the four, it seems like, major players here on the Nexus, I believe this place is called. And I think this episode is going to be more talking. Also, in between episodes, it popped up here saying, speak to the distressed Turian. So let's see what's wrong with her.
Right. It's
Ooh.
not fair.
What's wrong?
We haven't seen many female
Oh
Turians
my.
before.
So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
Sure.
I'd be happy to.
Like I said, we take all side quests.
Thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Alrighty. And let's go speak with Kandros over here.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know. Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
And it's still being good.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to war in the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Cool.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
I liked that. That was short and to the point. Strike team missions.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
Okay. I've already done some of those in the
That's the
multiplayer.
console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex. Combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
What situations should they handle?
protecting civilian outposts, holding key positions, or just distracting the cat. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
I say yes. Done! Alright. So... Oh, so this is looking like it's the same menu that I get in the multiplayer. Except, well, we'll see in a second. I think I'm supposed to see this before I saw it in multiplayer, but because I enjoy this game's multiplayer a fair amount, or at least I enjoyed Mass Effect 3's, and I'm enjoying it so far in this one. It's tough because I don't have a lot of good gear. Loading. Alright, well, who knows? Maybe I'll have to restart the game if this continues, but otherwise I'll cut this out. Well, it ended in this, network connection error. I have noticed that the Mass Effect servers have been spotty at best, which is unfortunate. Alright, Lieutenant, based on status report 16C, it seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on this enemy, I'm starting to think our efforts are futile. The risks involved and continued loss of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations again. Chondros. Okay, and the last people to talk to in this getting to know this place, Nexus. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with that name. Is the scientist over here, and we've got a couple more station sabotage, first murder, station sabotage, and question mark. Anyway, we'll try to get to all that stuff. Let's talk.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor
Wow, the
Hewitt,
Turian on the
my
left,
colleagues
his
and I will work
eyes are
with your Sam
tiny.
and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Eric's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Oh, skill up. Was that just from leveling up, or just for completing the quest? I'm not sure.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
Sure.
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Yes. What do you got for me?
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Sure.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
I like that. So this is just going to be scanning stuff
We've had some trouble.
and getting money.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time,
Oh.
and sensors can't
And this is an
locate
actual
the
side quest.
I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Your work is important. Don't lose sight of that. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Very good. Alrighty. They said to go look at consoles. Console. First proposal. Professor Herrick et al. Since we are, by definition, an invasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable footprint must be laid carefully, and we must preserve anything we replace. The Helios cluster presents an unexpected challenge. We arrived with seed archives and DNA banks to ensure preservation of the biodiversity of the Milky Way, but this cluster's scarred by the Scourge, and its unique flora and fauna are threatened by turbulence. That too requires conservation. And Geophysics 6, beta build. Patch notes, streamlined interface with Omni tool, minimal lag. Tuned voice recognition to recognize both aluminum and aluminium. That's funny. Haptic interface no longer defaults to transparent. Also resolves GSV 2027. Haptic interface not found. Customized SAM handshake protocols. Alright, so I don't know why I needed to all of a sudden it wasn't just zapping like this, right? What happened? No relevant data. Interesting. Alright. There was some other talk of console. I bet that was it. What does the map say about what this is? So that's just go look at wildlife. Okay, we can handle that. Security footage. Damage control. Kandros, as you are aware, there was a mutiny aboard the Nexus during your absence. Events escalated quickly, but we believe it began with a fire in hydroponics and theft in the armory. Motivations for the uprising vary. Mob mentality was certainly a factor, but for the leaders, including your predecessor, former security director Sloan Kelly, it was a conscious betrayal. There have been perfunctory attempts to catalog and address the damages caused by Sloan's people during the uprising. Supplies stolen, equipment broken, things of that nature, but I was hoping that the militia could step in and draw up an official report. It's imperative we know what we are working with if we're going to survive. Director Tan, I need my people focused on defending the station, not taking inventory. If you really need militia oversight, I'll get Sergeant Nels to look at it. That said, it was my understanding that exiles were Calyx people from Sloan's. More Calyx peoples than Sloan's. Isn't he the one who started the mutiny? Calyx Corvonis may have started, but Sloan made it her allegiance is clear. I know she held you in high regard, but I hope you can be impartial when it comes to this task. Sloan Kelly is not who I thought she was. There won't be a problem. Good, then you won't object to sending a small and discreet reconnaissance team to find out where Sloan and the exiles might have gone. When we do get colonial efforts up and running, I won't want any surprises. And trails cold found. What look like abandoned camps and Flyfer system. But none with living inhabitants, only graveyards. The conspirator Irda was among the dead, but not Sloan Kelly. So a little backstory on the exiles. I have a feeling they're going to be one of the consistent enemies around here. Ooh, that's a shotgun, yeah? Yeah, we'll take all that. I don't know what we're going to do when my inventory fills up, because there clearly is inventory slots, and I haven't found a merchant to sell all the scrap to. Arms merchant! There we go. Sell all salvage. Boom, done. There was a button for it. Alright, vendor items and my items. So these things are all marked for sale. Charger 1. Here, let's just let's get rid of all the scrap, and then we can see the stuff that's not scrap. So Venom, Charger. I wonder if there's duplicates of anything. Cryo ammo, disruptor ammo, AR heavy magazine, AR scope, AR stock. Overdrive pack, pistol magazine 1, shotgun barrel 1, SR scope 1. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any duplicates. And here's a ultra rare shotgun. I wonder if these actually are random and rotate. Ooh, I like sniper rifles. And I don't think I have one yet. Ooh, but we should just get, you know, the rare weapon, right? Especially if it's rotating. Oh, I don't have enough for it, regardless. You know what? I think we're going to be able to find a lot of this stuff. So I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Weapons and stuff. I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got.
So
It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
I was hoping he'd give me a quest to recover the other half of his. Sergeant Acker.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Interesting. So next step is to speak with Kandros. What's up, homie?
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
That is the difference between murder and accidental death.
In this case, motive plus opportunity plus eyewitness account equals murder. Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Alrighty.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Which console is he talking about? This one? Yes.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
So he's pissed off, but that he admitted as much. Let's see here. Let's set that one as our marked. Hitting rocks for science, missing scientists. And we don't need to see the completed ones. Scanning?
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Okay. That's a little bit of a depth perception issue there. So it came from down there, comes up over here, and panel.
Scanning. This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Okay, so confirmed sabotage there. And what about over here? What's up, Liam?
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Okay, how do I get to so-called Hyperion main deck? Oh, I think that's how I got in here, but I don't remember how that was. Was it through here? Yeah, okay. Well, let's stay in the area for now. And talk with the witness. Who's somewhere this way? Yeah, okay, here we go. And what do you got to tell me?
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Maybe I can. All right, let's go speak with Tan. I know we're running up against the episode
Something I can
time
help you
limit
with?
here, but
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it.
at least you're that
We'll send the
level-headed.
coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Okay, so we're gonna get to go do some on-location stuff. So let's see, is there anything else I need to do? That's down on my ship, apparently, or something. I don't know. We're not gonna do another. Well, we might end up doing a story mission. We'll see whether we're forced to or not. Can't do anything direct about that. This one, I don't know why the terminal started bugging out. This one we'll get to, and the rest is completed. Let's see. Yeah, let's check this out before we end the episode.
We can start building a bank. Once we get more biomaterial.
It's that scourge I'm wondering about. Standard call.
Okay, so what does that say now? Scan Andromeda wildlife, scan minerals. Alright, so now we have official actions to do. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and next time, I think we'll put boots on the ground. Be able to actually do something.